Have you ever felt like your mind is a room where 10 radios are playing at the same time, all on different channels, and you can't find the off switch? It is a constant, overwhelming rush of thoughts that never seems to end. This inner noise isn't just tiring, it hides the deeper instinctive guidance you need the most right now. You might feel lost in the chaos, searching for a single moment of clarity. Many people think the solution is to force the mind to be quiet, but let me tell you, this video is not about that. We are not here to fight against ourselves or suppress our thoughts. Today we will learn how not to fight the noise, but how to tune in to that invisible symphony, that wisdom waiting for you in the silence. Get ready, because what comes next will fundamentally change how you look at yourself and your inner world. The silent revolution. Our modern world suffers from an invisible epidemic called constant noise. I'm not just talking about traffic or the notifications on your phone. The real noise is inside. Your mind is constantly spinning in an on state, analyzing the past, worrying about the future, and creating lists of tasks. It is a restless cycle that never gives you a moment to breathe. This constant readiness demands a huge but invisible price from you. It consumes your life force and cuts you off from your inner peace. But what if I told you that inner peace is not a distant goal that you can only reach with years of meditation? The quiet mind is not an empty, lifeless desert. Imagine it instead as a clear mountain lake. When the water surface is murky and waving from unnecessary thoughts, you cannot see to the bottom. You lose sight of who you truly are beneath the waves. But as soon as the waves settle, clarity appears. This silence is not the absence of thoughts, but a spacious room where you can finally see yourself clearly. Now the time has come to start paying attention. Why? Because our world has sped up, and we are on the brink of burnout. We are tired of the noise, yet we are afraid of the stillness. It is time to stop the struggle and just be. Most people are desperately searching for an honest, real connection, with themselves and with others as well. This silent revolution starts here, at the moment when you decide not to run from the silence anymore, but to step through its door. It is a journey back to your own center. This is the first step toward creating inner order from the chaos. Echoes of intuition. When you enter the inner silence, the first thing you encounter will not be muteness, but echoes. But how can the confused noise of the mind be separated from the clear voice of the soul? It requires patience and a willingness to listen to the spaces between your thoughts. A quiet mind is not silent, it just speaks differently than what you are used to. While anxious thoughts are loud, urgent, and often full of fear, the voice of inner wisdom is more like a quiet but firm whisper that does not demand, it only states. It does not try to convince you, it simply exists as a steady point of truth. Anxiety is always built around what if, while intuition simply says, this is the way. To recognize your inner compass, you must pay attention to practical signs. Intuition often arrives not with words, but with physical sensations. A sudden warmth in your chest, an inexplicable calm in the middle of a difficult decision, or a recurring thought that appears again and again when you aren't even looking for it. These subtle feelings are the language of your soul, speaking to you through your body. These are not accidents, they are signals from your inner compass, pointing to deeper connections beneath the surface. You can often experience unexpected clarity in moments when your mind finally stops dwelling on a problem. In that brief moment of letting go, the answer finally has room to arrive. The greatest challenge, however, is separating the noise from the wisdom. For this, you need simple but effective techniques. The first step is always to stop and breathe, creating a small gap in the stream of your worries. If a thought creates tension or a sense of urgency in you, it is likely just part of the mental noise. Real inner guidance, however, brings peace with it even if the answer it gives is uncomfortable or requires change. Learn to observe these differences. Do not believe everything your mind tells you, but trust what you feel in the silence. This is the inner compass that leads you through the mazes of modern life. The practice of everyday life. Many people make the mistake of seeing inner peace as a special isolated event, something that requires hours of stillness or the silence of a distant monastery. But the teaching of Message to the Soul is that real power lies in micro-moments of silence. You don't need long sessions to connect with yourself. It is enough if, in the middle of the greatest rush, you stop for 10 seconds and take a single conscious breath while observing what is inside you. It is about finding a tiny island of calm in the middle of a stormy ocean. These short breaks are like tuning an instrument before a concert. They prevent your inner music from becoming completely out of tune by the end of the day. The next step is to harness the power of focused attention. Try simple exercises that anchor the mind in the present. When you drink tea, focus only on its warmth and taste. When you walk, feel the contact between your feet and the ground. Notice the weight of your steps and the rhythm of your movement. This is not a waste of time, but training for the mind. In this focused state, mental noise quiets down and makes room for that certain invisible symphony that was previously suppressed by worrying about the future or dwelling on memories of the past. You are teaching your mind that it is safe to be still. This stillness is not a lack of life, but the very foundation of it. Finally, do not forget the greatest teacher, nature. Nature is a classroom where silence has 1,000 faces. Find a tree, a park, or a riverbank, and just be present. Observe how nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. There is no pressure to perform or to be anywhere else but here. The wind does not rush the leaves, and the river does not fight the stones. The vibrations of the natural environment help amplify your inner peace and refine your perception. When you are in nature, your own inner silence becomes more natural and easier. It is no longer a goal to be reached, but your original state, which you can return to at any time. It is the home you never truly left. Beyond the visible. We often think that inner silence and success in modern life exist in two separate worlds, but this is a mistake. Real wisdom shows itself when you use your inner calm as a compass in the complicated mazes of your career, relationships, and daily life. It is the quiet anchor that keeps you steady when everything around you is moving too fast. When you face a difficult decision, don't look at your lists first. Step back into the inner silence and observe which choice brings a deeper, more lasting peace. Trust that feeling of expansion in your heart more than the noise of logic. A clear mind helps you see through temporary interests and fears, so you can make decisions that serve you in the long run. Creativity and problem-solving do not come from forced thinking either. Truly innovative solutions arrive when your mind finally quiets down and makes room for new ideas. Lyra teaches you not to hunt for solutions, but to let them surface on their own in a calm state of mind. When you stop pushing, the answers you have been looking for finally have the space to emerge. This approach not only makes you more effective in your work, but also protects you from unnecessary stress, as you are no longer working from struggle, but from an inner flow. You become a channel for inspiration rather than a prisoner of effort. Finally, this inner work fundamentally changes your human relationships. You learn to respond instead of just reacting instinctively to the outside world. When someone hurts you or creates tension, inner silence draws a momentary safety net around you. There you can decide, will you let that person's emotional storm sweep you away, or will you stay in your own center? This is the path of inner strength and honest self-expression, where it is no longer fear, but inner certainty that speaks through you. You are finally the master of your own inner world. The ripple effect. As we reach the end of this video, it is important for you to understand that this inner work does not just give you momentary peace, it transforms your life deeply and permanently. Consistent practice and seeking micro-moments of silence will, over time, physically rewire your brain and refine your perception. You are building a sanctuary inside yourself that no one can take away. What feels like an effort today will become your natural state tomorrow, an inner stability that the storms of the outside world can no longer easily tip over. This is the long-term benefit of learning to listen to the silent symphony. This transformation leads you to an existence where you are no longer guided by external expectations or internal pressures, but by a deeper knowledge and purpose. When your connection with your true self becomes stable, every action you take becomes more authentic and powerful. You begin to move through the world with a quiet confidence that does not need validation. You no longer just want to survive the days, you want to live every moment in its fullness, whether it is joyful or difficult. This is true freedom, living from a place where inner peace is your foundation. It is the strength to remain whole, regardless of what happens around you. Finally, remember that your pursuit of inner silence goes beyond you. Every person who finds their own inner calm contributes to a more conscious and peaceful world. This is our shared wisdom. If you become quiet, your environment begins to change as well. Your presence becomes a gift to everyone you meet. The ripples of your inner peace reach others too, inspiring them to seek their own silent symphony. The world does not need more noise. Thank you for staying with me today. If this message touched you, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so we can meet again. If there is someone you know who could find healing in these words right now, please share it with them.